Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thanks for stopping by today. Today I have a fun layout to share with you using a lot of pattern papers and embellishments from Pebbles. This is a design team assignment that I'm working on putting it together. Obviously not finished yet, but the theme is squares and circles. So what I did to get started was I picked a whole bunch of pattern papers, and they're from several different collections. They're from a winter collection, a fall collection, anyway, just lots of, even a Christmas collection, lots of different patterns and colors. So I cut out some 3-inch squares, and then I could have used a circle cutter or cut them out with my silhouette, but honestly I had this mason jar laying close by, and this is what was easiest for me to cut the circles. So I just put the mason jar down on a pattern paper like that, traced around it with a pencil, and cut it out with some scissors. And then after I layered the scissors, or the pattern paper, the circles and the squares on top of one another, I just ran them through my sewing machine and stitched just across the square to make an X. So I'm using one photo today. I had 3 pulled and I was going to use 3 photos, but I just decided that I wanted to use this one. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to make a grid out of all these squares. So I'm just going to set my photo aside and just use my adhesive here. I'm going to start putting these pattern papers in the corners first. I do have them in order. I laid them out just before I started filming this video so I would know which order I wanted them in. And all I did was try not to make sure that the same patterns were directly touching. So I just laid them out in order, and I just want to make sure they're not touching. And I am just adding them so that there's a little bit of space. There's just a little bit of a white border. So I'll adhere these circles real quick. Okay, now that I have all of my circles and squares adhered to my background, you'll see that I left quite a big gap here, and I've left that there so that I have room for my title. But before I add any more to this, I wanted to attach this white cardstock to my pattern paper background. And as you'll notice, I did cut out the square in the back, I guess more of a rectangle in the back, and that's just because I love this pattern so much, both sides of it, that I wanted to be able to use this center part. So I just cut that out, and I will save it for another project. And now it's time to add my photo. Actually, before I add my photo, I think I'm going to add my title. The title for this layout is Finally. And the story behind this photo that I wrote in my journaling is that this is my nephew, and he loves to come play at my house, but he gets really sad when my kids aren't there. And so he gets really excited and really happy when we finally go pick the kids up from school. So the title for this layout is just Finally. I'm using thickers from the Warm and Cozy collection. They're really pretty rose gold foil. And I've just put the thickers on a piece of wax paper so that I can make sure that I know that my title would fit where I wanted it to. And on the back, I've put a little bit of foam. And the reason why is because the journaling on this layout is hidden. I was going to add some strips here across my circles and squares, but I just decided that I really like the look of these, and that I didn't mind if the journaling was hidden. So I put some foam on the back of my photo, And I'm just going to add some adhesive to that. You could also use pop dots for this. I just had the fun foam, and I find that it's a little bit easier to work with. And I'm not sure, I do think I want my photo kind of lower, like that. Okay, I'll just push that down on the edge. This is a 4x6 photo that I have actually mounted on the piece of white cardstock just simply because I forgot to print it with a white border, and I did want a white border on this one. And I don't know if, hopefully you can see on camera there is that little pocket, and it's just the right size for this craft shipping tag that I've written my journaling on. And I really kept the embellishment to a minimum on this layout. I really liked the circles and the mixture of different patterns and colors, so I really just wanted to focus on that. So I really only have 2 embellishments that I want to add to this, and one of them is this deer head. It's from the Warm and Cozy collection from the ephemera pack, and I just added some foam on the back and tied a bow with some crochet twine around his neck. And I think I want him, I've gone back and forth. I don't know if I want it there or if I want it there. So I'm going to leave that for just a second, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere. I just like this little tag that says family. And this is also from the ephemera pack and the Warm and Cozy collection. And I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive on the back of the deer head. Just put it there on the foam. And I do think I like it over here on this square. I don't think I want it to cover up my photo. I really, really like that photo. It's one of my very favorites. You can just see how happy both of those little boys are. I'm gonna call this one finished today. And just so you know, just kind of a note as to how I will put this in a page protector. You just put it in a page protector. Obviously cut the branding strip off. I haven't done that yet, but I will. Cut off the branding strip and then just put it in your page protector like you normally would. And then I carefully take an X-Acto knife and cut a slit in the page protector right there, just so that tag can hang out of the page protector. And then the reader of my album will know that there is some journaling there that they can read if they would like to. So that's just a little tip for if you have an interactive page. Don't be afraid to, to alter your page protectors to make them work for your project. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I will see you again soon.